So the Chess Federation decided to ban trans women from competing with cisgender women at chess.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Being trans, I guess, just makes you smarter and therefore gives you an unfair advantage.
A transgender woman says she was fired over her appearance. Now she's suing her former employer, the Chess Club and Scholastic Center of St. Louis. Christina reports live from the Transgender Memorial Garden.
Elaine Cowles says she has walked through this garden before and she thinks to herself that people should be accepted for who they are. But she says for her, unfortunately, that's not always the case.
Because they think that trans women are intellectually superior. Because this is just sexism and trans misogyny, patriarchy in disguise.
Do you think that the latest trend for women chess players to pose in their underwear is good for women's chess? If so, why? Is it bad that the most famous female chess players are the ones with a large following or the ones who post sexy photos rather than the best female players in the world? Myself included in this bucket.
So these white girls show up in little mini skirts with the belly top, you know, where you can see the belly and you just see the titty bra or whatever it is.
That's all we are. We're just a piece of meat. We're just a woman. We're just a white chick with big titties. That's all we are.
See, because they view men as above women. They view men as more intellectual than women. That's why the Chess Federation separates their competitions by gender anyway. That shouldn't be a gender tournament. Men are not smarter than women.
It's the dramatic end to a competitive and controversial weekend for Mac Beggs. The 17-year-old Dallas area high school student won the title of champion in the girls' state wrestling competition Saturday. A mix of cheers and boos directed at the wrestler as he fell to his knees, appearing to soak in the win.
So there's a big issue right now, right? And I think if he has been taking hormones or steroids, he should be wrestling boys.
I love the compliment that I am intellectually superior. I love the compliment. I did graduate college at 19. Like, I am smart. But your transphobia is showing. Trans women are women. It was never about a biological advantage. It was just about transphobia.
Dina Belenkaya is a woman chess grandmaster, also a good friend of ours. She recently has been doing a lot of fan house content. And in the fan house content, she has been doing some lingerie shoots. I'm sure it's been a great supplemental source of income for her. She recently posted this photo.
Yeah, no, you just support the genocide of trans kids and you want everyone who's born to die. Yeah, no,
that
you
is
do.
such an assumption.
It's such an assumption, right, with all of this. Right.
What is anti-trans on the table?
Your TPUSA, you dumb. Whatever.
1,700 men, yes, men, are grandmasters in chess in the whole world right now. Active, ranking, competing grandmasters. Does that sound like a lot of competition for you? 3 million women are on OnlyFans trying to compete to make a living by taking a photograph of themselves in a bikini or less with a cell phone or more. Nobody would give a fuck about Alex Botez and her vagina and her breasts and her ass if she didn't play chess. She would just be another anonymous face amongst those 3 million competing for a few dozen subscribers on OnlyFans. Everybody doing commentary on this shit is a fucking incel. You nerds don't get it. Chess is not about chess. If you wanted a hobby that was rewarding in and of itself when you put 100 hours into it, you would knit socks. knitting socks. At the end of the process, you've got something you can wear, you've got something you can give to a friend as a gift. At the end of playing chess for 1,000 hours, you have nothing. Chess is not a competition about winning games of chess. It's about dick. You think this is just about money? This is a competition for who gets to reproduce with whom. It's for the future of the fucking species. What do you think Alex Botez used to study in university? My field. We were in the same field in the same area. She did international relations with the focus on China, Chinese foreign policy. She's looking around the classroom. What do you think she sees? You think she sees a whole lot of dick? You think she sees a whole lot of men worth fucking? You think she sees a whole lot of men worth settling down with, marrying, and raising children with? No! 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 Alex Botez plays chess to get laid, to get sexual attention, period. And that's the exact same reason why men engage in this utterly pointless sport instead of knitting pairs of socks. You know what chess is like? Chess is like architecture. If you're watching this in an apartment building right now, an apartment building, a condominium tower, anywhere in the world, you may not know this, but there was a competition. There was a competition to decide which architect would get to be the one to design the building you're in right now. Do you think architecture is about houses? Do you think men become architects because they fucking care what the porch in front of your apartment looks like? It's to get laid. It's to get pussy. It's so that women will care about them instead of some other unsuccessful wannabe architect. And even after men have accomplished enough to find the woman of their dreams, to reproduce, to produce the next generation, the competition continues because it lets you in on a secret. Then architects are competing for who gets to cheat on their wife with the best looking women, and who has a wife who will fucking tolerate them constantly cheating. If you ever sit down with an architect who can really be honest with you and ask the question, if the number 2 guy in this competition, if the runner-up had won the architectural competition instead of you, what difference would it fucking make? What difference would it make in the world if he won the architectural competition instead of you? In most of these competitions, you can sit down and look at the blueprints for the winner, the runner-up, second, third, and fourth place. Nobody has any new ideas about how to make a better house, how to make a better apartment building, the fire department station. There are no new ideas. People are making the same houses again and again and again. And if this guy had won the competition of that guy, the only fucking difference is that the railing on your porch might be painted blue instead of green. The shape of the window would be just slightly different. Trivial differences. Men are not competing to make that difference. They're competing for vagina. They're competing for access to the opposite sex. Every single game of chess you can possibly play has been played before by 1,000 other people. Any building you can make as an architect is approximately identical to some other building. If you could access the database of every building, because there are no new ideas. There is no innovation. There is no art. There is more creativity in knitting socks. If you start knitting socks, you can come up with a new fucking pair of socks nobody's made before. Not in architecture. It's all the same. If you look up any game of chess played at any competition in the year 2023, you can get a database that lists for you every other game in recorded history that was exactly the same. Not similar, where step by step, the two players made exactly the same moves. Because there are only so many moves you can make in the game of chess, and then there are fewer and fewer moves as the game progresses that could possibly lead to victory for either side. Do you want to be one face out of 3 million? Do you want to be another pretty face in a bikini? Do you want to be, even in your own university classroom? We're all brainwashed by movies this way. You think university is full of people having amazing sexual experiences with amazing options? No, it's not. Think about the actual classes you were in. I don't give a fuck what it was, whether it was international politics or English literature. Did you ever look around your classroom and think, wow, how am I going to choose? How am I going to choose between all the great dick in this classroom? How am I going to choose between all these amazing women who I just love to be in a relationship? No! Talent is scarce. Women worth fucking for men are scarce. For the women, they don't have options. If you know a good-looking young woman, whether she's ambitious to make $1 million out of putting her body in a bikini on camera, or whether or not she wants to settle down and get married and raise kids with just one man, what do you think is better advice to give her? Go to church. Go try to meet a nice man at church. Go sit in the fucking pew and pray, and go to the fucking wine and cheese meetup in the parking lot afterwards. You think you're going to meet a man? You think you're going to meet a man worth marrying the way? No! Get your ass on Twitch. Get your ass on Instagram and start playing chess. For all the same reasons men do. For all the same reasons men want to become architects and medical doctors. It's not to build houses. It's not to save lives. It's not to help the poor. It's to determine who is going to repopulate the earth in the next generation.